Yes, it is Indy 11 soccer on this Saturday night, but this is not a USL Championship match. Welcome to the debut for 2026 of the Prinx Tires USL Cup, the competition that combines the Championship and League One. 4 matches over the next 3 months will take place in this competition for all teams in the USL kind of ecosphere, for lack of a better term. These two teams meeting each other for a second time in 26 days because they also met in the US Open Cup as well. Pitch side alongside Dan Capsalis. My name is Greg Rakestraw, and in case you have forgotten since last year what the USL Cup is all about, give you a bit of a primer here, shall we? Again, there are 42 teams in the competition, 25 in the championship, 17 in League Number 1. There are 7 groups. We'll show you the Indy 11's group coming up here in a matter of moments. The 7 group stage winners who accumulate the most points, the highest possible would be 12, advance on to the quarterfinals, which will take place on August the 13th. One lucky second place team will also qualify. Here are the teams, again, this Midwest-based group that is group number 4. Omaha, a bit of the outlier, everybody else pretty geographically set. Of note, 4 teams in the championship, 3 teams from USL League One. Indy will play all 3 of the League One teams. They'll also play Lexington in this competition as well. And Dan, a season ago, the cup matches were very kind to the Indy 11.
Yes, and they've got a great pathway again this year. League One teams, they're looking for blood, they're looking to fight, and Omaha already beat Indy 11 here, like you said, Greg, 26 days ago. So just because they're League One doesn't mean it's going to be an easy game for them.
A season ago, Indy went on the road and won at Madison, and that eventual League One champion Knoxville then came home, beat Birmingham on penalties, beat the Western Conference champs in FC Tulsa. Their cup run would end against the Greenville Triumph in the quarter-final round. Indy looking to get out of the group stage for a second consecutive season and potentially play for the Prinx Tires USL Cup Championship all the way on October the 4th. But it starts tonight against the Owls of Union Omaha. Starting lineups, opening kickoff from Michael A. Carroll Stadium in downtown Indianapolis comes your way next. You're watching Indy 11 Soccer on Wish TV and ESPN+. Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTiresUSA.com to learn more.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Droplight is a venture studio. We don't sit on the sidelines. We build inside the brand. From stadiums to festivals to the fastest tracks in the world. We turn brands into something people feel. Turning ideas into traction, partnerships into pressure, and momentum you can't ignore. This is Ignition. This is Droplight. Fuel for brave brands.
Every place has a purpose, and the people who inhabit those places have their own reasons for being there. The last thing on their minds should be concerns about the safety of the places they are in. When it comes to security and safety for all the places that matter, Dormakaba offers a seamless flow of integrated solutions that allow people to move securely about their daily lives. Because the places that matter to you matter to us.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
This isn't just a name. It's a number that echoes through time. Long before the crest, before the pitch, before the boys in blue, the 11th Indiana Regiment, a pillar of Hoosier history. Men who answered the call, who held the line, fighting for something bigger than themselves. So the name became Indy 11, a tribute to the 11 who take the field, and the 11 who came before them. This isn't just a third kit. It's a reminder. You don't stand alone. You carry a number, a city, a legacy. 11 isn't just who we are. It's what we fight for. Today's starting lineups presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. It was a rotated squad that Union Omaha saw in the Open Cup back on March 31st. Not the case tonight with the exception of the goalkeeper position. Reese Charles Cook gets the nod for the Indy 11. Great to see former Indy 11 man Yunus Boudadi in the starting 11 for tonight's matchup as we are off and underway in Indianapolis. Thanks for joining us for Indy 11 Soccer here on Wish TV and ESPN Plus. Again, the debut of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. 20 matches across the league tonight. And there are two groups that have a different number than 6. The 17 group is here. There is a 5-team group in the league this year as well. But again, 42 teams in total that are a part of this competition this season.
Boy, we couldn't have a more beautiful night, Greg.
At the edge of the 18, Indy pressing forward. Bruno Rendon buzzing around the box. Never could really kind of get it on his feet. We saw the introduction of the third kits that you are seeing for the Indy 11 this season. First time they have made their debut. And this match is brought to us by Dormakaba for every place that matters. See our officials for tonight's contest: Elvis Osmanovic, Race Williams, Leo Moore, and Ryan Hommick, our 4th official for tonight's get-together. First spell of possession here for the visitors in Union Omaha. These two programs that never played each other until this year in the second round of the Open Cup. Union Omaha has been a slayer of giants in that competition over the years. And they have fared very well against USL Championship teams in that competition as well. Second time in as many years they have played a team in both the Open Cup and in the USL Cup. Last year it was San Antonio, whom they played twice. First bending ball in. Charles Cook a little bit late to get to it. Offside flag, I believe, goes up, or a foul, one of the two. And with that, let's get to our keys to the match. And our keys to the match presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Dan, take it away.
Yeah, with Indy 11, Greg, you know, they got to increase their passing accuracy. It's been low. It's one of the lowest in the leagues. Doesn't mean they're not accurate and doing things when they need to, but they've got to increase that a little bit. Raise the possession time. They're at about 31%. Get that into the 50s. Get that into the upper 50s so they can control the pace of this game and finish strong. We've watched them, you know, in several games now have the lead in the 85th minute and pull out the opponent pulls out a tie. So finishing strong is going to be really, really key for these guys tonight.
On the flip side, what must Union Omaha do to try to repeat their success from March 31st?
Watching from the first game, and they do a really good job of building out the back. So they got to make sure that they keep that possession, pressure the middle third. Indy 11's got a great midfield, and pressure in that middle third is going to give them a little bit more of an opportunity to attack, and then use the width in the counter. Indy 11 does a great job of that, and if Omaha can do that as well, this is a nice wide field, utilize that space, and a quick counter going from defense to offense. Still have some good opportunities.
All 3 goals when these two teams got together in the Open Cup came in the second half, and one of them was on the red card given to Reese Charles Cook. And he played a man down for the last 30-plus minutes of that match. Jack Blake would make his season debut for the Indy 11, scoring late in that contest. It was the first of a streak of 3 consecutive matches where he would find the back of the net, including the last home game here 2 weeks ago in a 3-1 victory against Monterey Bay that saw Jack become the all-time leading goal scorer in the history of the Indy 11 with 28. Jack did not score last week in the 2-2 draw against Birmingham Legion. Edward Chizza had the USL Championship's goal of the week in that contest. And Josh O'Brien got his first goal of the season. But as Dan alluded to, that's another one of those matches where Indy led late and could not put it away. Again, this match will not count in the league standings for either of these two teams, but in simply league matches alone, Indy has had 5 consecutive matches where they have not been beaten, but in their 3 draws, they've had the lead with 85 minutes into the match. Left foot bending up and over the bar. Good-looking opportunity that was not finished by Union Omaha.
That was Jiba with the left-footed shot there. Wow. Has a great look at this. Get the ball inside the box, bring it back from the end line, and one touch just puts that over. He puts it on frame. That's a goal. Indy dodged a bullet right there.
So Reese Charles Cook will send this ball into the opposite half of the pitch. Let's get to our back to healthy, our injury report, which is brought to us by IU Health, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the Indy 11. And you see that Hayden White is on that list. And much like Pat Hogan earlier this season, it is likely a season-ending injury for Hayden White. That was suffered last Sunday in the game against Birmingham Legion, and so that's why you see Logan Neidlinger featured back in the lineup. He had an assist last Sunday against Birmingham, but this is Logan's chance to kind of reclaim that form that he had a couple of years ago as he was still on an amateur contract, on an academy deal, but he was playing valuable minutes for a team that would make the USL Championship postseason.
Yeah, he's got the ability. He just needs the time, and he's getting that now.
Lindley lofts it up, ball headed down, but not that much on it. And Paco Craig comes up a little bit gimpy after that shot, so we'll monitor that. And again, Dan, that's part of the story of this Indy 11 season, is that 2 of the 4 players they assumed would be their starting back line for the entirety of the year wouldn't remain at the start of the season. Pat Hogan suffered a knee injury in a preseason friendly, and now Hayden White, after about 6 weeks, looks to be done for the season.
Yeah, it's challenging, and it's challenging for coach as well, because he's got to change the lineup when he wasn't expecting to, but he's got depth. Moving Quinn back in the back is a big help, and Neidlinger on the outside. Look for those guys to take up that space. We see Quinn do it all the time, moving up and getting into the attack. So look for Quinn and Neidlinger maybe to find that space on the flank from the back and try to get more involved in the attack. But yeah, it definitely changes their lineup, and but these guys are up to the task.
Malik Mazanvi, the long ball target. That's how Indy wants to play. They will not play with a lot of possession. You saw Dan putting the keys, raise possession. Indy is 25th in the championship in terms of possession. Yet, frankly, as of late, they are averaging 2 goals a match. Their possession has not been great in number. It's been very effective. And again, Dan, to be honest with you, the thought was it was going to be tough for this Indy team to score at times. That's not been the case.
Right.
It's been maintaining leads that's been the problem.
Yeah, they've scored 10 goals. I mean, they've been able to put it back of the net, and I think Coach McCauley said it best. He's not so much, I talk about increasing the possession, increasing the passing accuracy. He's not so much worried about that, because when they are passing that 30-35%, they're actually really good, and they're creating opportunities. So they're getting, those opportunities even with their lower level possession rating and passing accuracy. So they've been effective.
Mazanvi trying to dig out some space, just could not track it down, and both these teams have been quick in terms of the transition. Indy 11 Soccer is brought to us by Desnuda, 100% organic tequila. How real tequila tastes. Foul whistle on the opposite side against the Indy 11.
Union in Omaha, Greg is playing Knapp a little higher. We thought he'd be a little bit more, playing at number 8 in the midfield, but he's playing a little bit higher. He's playing more up top. So keep an eye on him. He's really versatile. He's played the most minutes for Omaha this year, and he's got a lot of pace, and he can go forward, he can go back. So keep an eye on number 15, Knapp.
Ball goes to Brent Coleman, who knows this field pretty well. Brent's been doing this for a long time. He's 35 years of age. He spent 11 years as part of Minnesota United, including the first 3 years of the Indy 11's existence, where they and Minnesota United were rivals in the North American Soccer League. So other than Yunus Boudadi on the pitch, he has the most experience of playing in a match here. There's the speed of Mazanvi, though, giving a problem to Rashid Nuhu of Union Omaha, and a throw-in coming here for the Indy 11.
Like that pursuit by Mazanvi. He didn't have a chance of maybe winning the ball, but he put pressure on that play that resulted in a turnover.
He also has a lower center of gravity, so it's a little quicker for him to fall to the ground in that scenario. Draw the contact, and Yunus Boudadi, the former Indy 11 man, kind of put on the spot as It will be a set piece just outside of the 18-yard box. It is a free kick for the Indy 11, a cavity free kick brought to you by Cornerstone Family Dentistry with locations in Carmel, Indianapolis, and Danville.
Get Herbert, Craig, and Okello in there. Got the height. Looking for a one-touch redirect.
And O'Brien a goal last week in a similar situation. Touch by O'Brien. Looking to redirect, and it will be a corner. Well, the set piece was a cavity free kick. The corner is brought to us by IBEW 481 as we show you the replay of how we got to the corner flag for the first time.
I don't know if Lindley meant to hit it short there, but it looked like he maybe didn't get quite all of that he wanted and wasn't the ball that he was looking for. Want to get that more in the air and utilize the height of Herbert and Okello.
Lindley approaching 125 career matches with the Indy 11. Iose has the record of 126. Cam is not far away from catching him at this point. Lindley looking back post. Rendon, the closest player to it, race for the touchline. It'll be an Indy 11 throw in. This portion of the match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transformational developments to construction, management, and investments. The Roncalli High School product in Logan Neidlinger. And he became a key piece of their playoff run in 2024. Only played in 7 league matches last year. But the injury to Hayden White now creates an opportunity to be back in the 18 on a regular basis. And a goal kick coming for the visitors in Union Omaha.
The 11's sharp on restarts, Greg. You know, in the offensive third, they're putting numbers forward. They're putting their guys in positions to utilize and capitalize on those plays. We'll look for more of that the rest of this game. So on corners and long throws, our defenders are going to go up and they're going to put numbers in the box and try to utilize that.
Quinn finds Blake. The quick touch to Masanvi. Well defended. And Masanvi scored in the last home match, the 3-1 victory against Monterey Bay. Union Omaha has been very quick on the counter so far. Here's Gutierrez. It was Gutierrez that got the ball to the byline to create the best opportunity of the match for either side. That was Chiba's shot a handful of minutes ago. Here is Rendon, who Union Omaha fans should know well from his time in Northern Colorado. Rendon had a touch that got away from him. Rendon has been the most consistent attacking threat for the Indy 11 so far this season. Rendon, 3 goals. That leads Indy in terms of USL Championship play. You throw Jack Blake's work in the Open Cup in there, and they're equal on 3.
I like him one-on-one. He's not afraid to take players on, change pace, change direction. At the same time, very difficult to defend. Let's see more of that from Rendon tonight. Greg, you mentioned that quick counter that Omaha just had, and we talked about it in the keys, using that width. And they had plenty of space out here in the flank and getting that ball down quickly. It happens that fast. Gutierrez has an opportunity to slice the ball inside the box. So if Omaha continues to execute that, Indy 11's got to do a better job of covering that in the midfield and making sure that they're not giving it much room.
Again, Indy has not been a high possession team. We've notated that already. However, there is always kind of the factor of, I'm using the air quotes here, kids, the team from the bigger league having more of the possession. The championship team at home playing the League One team. That possession number may balance out a little bit more tonight.
Yeah, it might. What I like what Indy 11 does, and Coach McCauley's talked about it before, defensively, their shape is fantastic. I mean, they're really finding their rhythm back there. They've gotten to know each other. They're communicating well. Their shape is good. So they're very difficult to beat as long as they stay in rhythm.
Ball goes all the way back to the team captain in Rashid Nuhu. He has been with Union Omaha now for the better part of 7 seasons. He has split their League One reps with Cole Jensen during the course of the season.
Neidlinger did a great job there tracking that ball. Not easy when you're looking into the sun, Greg.
Josh O'Brien whistled for the foul, and Brent Coleman not happy about the contact. And again, while Nuhu wears the captain's armband, you see him right there. And Coleman's a guy that spent 7 years rather, playing in Major League Soccer and has been doing this far longer than anybody else on this Union Omaha squad. So whether he's wearing the captain's armband or not, he's going to be a leader on the pitch for this team.
Yeah, and he's trying to set the tone here, and that was an incidental play. I mean, it wasn't clear, intent contact from O'Brien. He just kind of slipped right there, but Coleman's looking for an explanation and felt it was card-worthy. But referee did not agree, but he's still giving him an earful.
Indy 11 Soccer is brought to you by Johnson Controls. Johnson Controls, the power behind your mission. Indy trailed 1-0 at halftime last week in their league match against the Birmingham Legion. It's the only road match in the month of April for the Indy 11. Played Pittsburgh to a 1-1 draw, then beat Monterey Bay 3-1. It is on to May and on to St. Petersburg next week for the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Talk more about that coming up in our post-match show on Wish TV. Okello going to be whistled for the foul. Okello, the native of Canada, Toronto FC product. Spent last year in Phoenix in the USLC. Good pressure by O'Brien. And again, for those watching from outside of Indianapolis, O'Brien, his third year with the club, but playing a different role, has really kind of made the move from being a defender to a midfielder. And Dan, it has clicked for him and clicked for the team.
Yeah, he's done a great job of morphing into that position. It's not easy when you kind of feel like you're set in a position, and then coach has got you moving around and morphing you in a different area. O'Brien's handled it really well. He's been so effective. He's had an impact on every game, and there's no different tonight. You can see his immediate impact tonight.
And let's note the fact that we've got 74+ minutes left to play. However, there will be a winner in tonight's match. In other words, we will not finish in a draw. We'll also not have added extra time. We will go straight to kicks if this match is level after 90 minutes. Masanvi working around the defender, and Masanvi will be called for the foul.
Boy, they both got tangled up there. Great ball into Masanvi, and just you see his speed, but they just got both guys got their feet tangled up. Gosh, you could have called that maybe either way. Tough to really tell who touched who first.
I will say this: I think Masanvi was the only player that used his hands in that get together, and I think that's
he might have tugged on him.
Why the whistle went in that direction. Great turn here for the visitors.
Dangerous ball.
O'Brien tracking back. Buys a little bit of real estate. Botello Faz with a blast, and Reese Charles Cook had to fight off the shot and the sun. Wise move by Union Omaha. Again, folks, this is an east-west pitch that we have here. So Charles Cook is staring into that setting sun. Here's the infraction at the other end.
Yeah, he kind of, wrangled him around the back and maybe the neck a little bit, got his hands down there, but they both kind of hit each other at the same time. But I could see how the ref would give that toward Omaha.
We have a Union Omaha player down right in front of the table next to the fourth official. It has been deemed to be a throw-in coming for the visitors, which is much to the ire of Sean McCauley.
Coach McCauley just questioning some things there, and referee doing his best to keep it calm, and I think he said find something bigger to worry about, or find something bigger to focus on. Couldn't exactly hear exactly what he said, but it sounded similar, something like that.
Ball caroms off of Herbert. Kind of won that starting center back job opposite Paco Craig after week 2 of the USL Championship season. He's been really good. He was on the USLC's Team of the Week a couple of weeks ago. Herbert has spent time in New Mexico and Las Vegas a season ago.
The long ball's good on occasion, Greg. I mean, he's done it a couple times now. Herbert has. It's got to really, really connect. You don't want to get into the rhythm of doing that all the time and bypassing your midfield, but he's got that strong leg and can hit it. He's got to be careful not to just throw that ball long and cross his fingers.
It is a corner kick coming first for the visitors, Union Omaha, as Gutierrez was lined up with Logan Neidlinger.
One guy in Omaha, too, Greg, we talk about Quinn getting forward or Neidlinger getting forward out of the back, out of the flanks. Jiba, number 27, has been doing the same thing for Omaha. He's been playing more in the midfield and getting more involved in the attack than he has as a left back. So keep an eye on number 27 because he's getting in the mix.
This is Cabral.
Get off it. Yeah, we win! Wait.
Charles Cook got his hands on it, couldn't hang on to it. Blake got a boot to it. Redirected. And then the punch by Charles Cook finds his countryman Paco Craig.
Great play by Charles Cook. I mean, that's where you see the keeper got to sacrifice everything they can to get their hand on that ball. And
well, speaking of sacrifice, that was not the intention. Aiden Quinn on the clearance again, trying to play the long ball, inadvertently play that off the back of the head, or the side of it.
Yeah, straight to the face.
I believe that's Brandon Knapp that took one at close range.
I don't care how old you are, how long you've been playing this game, man, that hurts. That is a ball coming at you within 10 yards at speed. That never feels good. Looks like he's okay.
And you saw immediately Quinn went to the player and said, hey, I'm sorry. Then went to Dylan Borjak and said, hey, that was not my intention.
That's the class act that Quinn is. It was completely unintentional. So level of sportsmanship shown there. No surprise that it's Aiden Quinn displaying that wonderful role model.
Your Central Indiana Ford dealers, proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. He's been getting the thumbs up from the team trainer, but Knapp will have to be waved back on.
Just got stunned there. He'll be fine, but that knocks you down for a second. You're taking a punch to the jaw, right? I mean, that ball's not soft either.
Good flick forward by Okello, but could not connect with Rendon.
Really like that play, that effort by Okello.
Here's Botello Foz. 11 fans may remember him from his days with Detroit City. So he's familiar with playing this team and in this building as well.
Omaha's doing a good job changing the point of attack, switching it up a little bit, making Indy 11 shift their defense.
Giveaway, though, by Union Omaha. Can O'Brien take advantage? Rendon the flick, but nobody up there with him.
I'd like to see Indy 11, Greg, play a little bit more ball to feet. They're getting the ball in the air, and they're going a little bit long, and those are tough balls to bring down and control and maintain possession. So keeping that ball on the ground is going to give them a little bit better opportunities to hold the ball, maintain possession, and try to find those spaces. But throwing the ball in the air is going to be a challenge.
So much has been made of possession or lack thereof for the Indy 11 this season. Right now, Dan, it's 69-31 in favor of Union Omaha.
Yeah, it's kind of, you can just tell it's trending that way. It doesn't mean that the percentage that Indy 11 has isn't, going to be able to, they're going to be able to execute on it, but they've got to pick that up. They keep them in the game, want to take control of the game. They don't want to chase the game. Omaha's doing a good job of holding that possession, and at the same time, Omaha hasn't really had a great opportunity. So you take that with a little bit of a grain of salt that they're getting out possessed, but Indy 11 has had the better opportunities so far.
Special guest to join us in a matter of moments. Masami trying to do something special. Blake couldn't get it on his feet to pull the trigger. The long distance blast, as Lindley only goes for those long distance looks. Could not get it to go. Well, we have a special guest that is joining us here inside of our broadcast booth. It is Ryan Duffy, who is the Director of Youth Development and Club Liaison for the Indy 11 and a guy that came close to playing for Dan Capsalis at Carmel High School. You want to explain to us that story of how he was your coach, but not really your coach at Carmel High School?
Absolutely. Well, gentlemen, I'm just really glad to be here, so thank you, and hopefully we will get to watch some great soccer right now. But, yeah, I played my freshman and sophomore year at Carmel High School, but did not have the talent Dan was looking for. No, I played soccer my entire life, but definitely not at the level that Dan Capsalis was looking for a JV or varsity team. But definitely have had passion for soccer my entire life.
You're on your way.
Yeah, I was. But I've been working with the youth for the past 10, 15 years or so here in the greater state of Indiana, just coaching them with youth soccer. So I'm excited to be here with Indy 11.
So tell us about your role with the Indy 11.
Yeah, so my title is Director of Youth Clubs, as well as I'm a club liaison. So I'll be helping out just a lot of different capacities, but Indy 11 has a lot of camps already set up for this summer at Grand Park, which will be starting June 1st. So I'll be helping with those as well. Those go from Monday through Thursday, and those are from ages 5 to 12 years old. And there's more information online on our website. So I'll be helping out coordinate with that, as well as just building up the youth around Central Indiana for soccer. It's a great sport. Teaches a lot of great character development traits for kids at a young age, and it's just really cool to see that grow. So,
what is kind of the expected, because we'll talk about these things in terms of the World Cup being back here for the first time in 32 years. If there is a spot where it's going to grow, it is in youth soccer and telling kids, hey, this is a sport that I would like to play. How do you begin to translate that into what do you think camps might look like because of the World Cup this year?
Spot on, Greg. Well, actually, this summer at Grand Park, each week we will be celebrating a different team that will be playing in the World Cup. So we're going to be focusing on whether it's France or England one week and then Brazil and United States the next week. Just really trying to push to our kiddos that the World Cup is actually happening right now. Just drum up some excitement around that.
What a great time to promote the game, right, Ryan?
Absolutely.
Just use the backdrop of the World Cup, and we're one of the host nations, so that's really cool what you guys are doing.
Ryan, meticulous at his job, provided copious notes for us for the conversation. There's a chance for youth to train with the pros of the Indy 11. Explain that to me.
Yeah, spot on. So starting late June, we will be having on Monday and Wednesday evenings an opportunity for our children ages 8 to 12 years old to train with the pros. So it's an opportunity for kids who already love soccer but just take their game to the next level as they get an opportunity to, interact with the chance here.
Neither could not keep it on frame, and now we'll stop the action to go back, and I think that's Yunus Boudadi that is the player that is down behind the play. Indy carried on while he was down, so Indy was basically playing a man up, and the trainer will be waved on for a second time for Unoma. They got to be thinking there's something about this field. They had 2 players exit because of injuries in the first half of the Open Cup match, and frankly, Yunus came on as one of those players that came in.
It's Boudadi.
So again, hate to see that for any player, but especially one that we know pretty well here in Indy. And again, just he and just went down after the contact, and an official immediately said, hey, we're going to play on.
Yeah. Look at this move by Neidlinger here. Cruyffs it around, just gets under it and puts it over the bar. But what a great move to put himself in a position to get the shot off.
Now, Ryan, again, you talked about the camps at Grand Park, and again, when you're Indy 11 and train at Grand Park, you're one of the best facilities in the country. You're going to have a lot of camps there. You do some satellite camps, though, as well. Tell us about those.
Spot on. So my colleague Caleb, who's been doing this for the past, 2 years now, he's great at what he does all throughout the state of Indiana. We will go to you. We'll go to your school or your association or your club soccer team, and we will run a day camp there. Either a satellite camp for 3 hours, or we'll come for 3 separate days for an hour each. And yeah, those are the same ages, from 5 to 12 years old. More information is found online on our website at indy11.com/camps.
All right, that's the part I wanted to ask. Again, there's always 317-685-1100. There's always the Indy 11 app. There's always indy11.com. But put on a /camps on there to find out for more information. Loving your job with the Indy 11 so far?
I'm excited to be here. It's day 6, and I'm super happy to be here. I've been an Indy guy my entire life, love soccer, and just love to see Indiana grow. Well,
you've been here less than a week, and they stick you with us on the broadcast?
Like I said, you're my hero, so don't meet your heroes, but I wanted to meet you, Greg. So
we got to set your bar higher, but thank you very much. We'll let you go enjoy the rest of the match, and welcome aboard the Indy 11.
Cheers. Thank you both.
Ryan Duffy, again, with the Indy 11. Camp season is coming up, and Ryan, kind enough to join us here inside of the booth. Greg Rakestraw, Dan Capsalis with you here on Wish TV as well as ESPN Plus.
Lot going on. Wow, Ryan just did a great job of showing all the opportunities that Indy 11 is providing here in Central Indiana for kids. continue to build the game, and wonderful to have Indy 11 players participating in those events and those camps too, Greg. And kids look up to these guys, and it helps build the love and passion of the game. Love to see it.
Budati yet to re-enter for the Indy 11, or for Union Omaha rather. So they're still playing a man down. But a good-looking attack on the far right side. Botello Foz. He's got both Indy 11 center backs on each side of him. He'll hold up and wait for some teammates. Will be a throw. Just kind of waiting for the signal to say that Budati can rejoin the fray if allowed to. Looking for the best deal in town? Check out the Pabst Blue Ribbon deck next time you're at Carroll Stadium and enjoy $3 PBRs all game long. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster.com or the Indy 11 box office. Day of game. Pabst Blue Ribbon, because you deserve a blue ribbon. Vincenzo Candela in front of the Union Omaha bench saying, hey, we're going to let my guy back in the game at some point in time here. Here's Rendon's speed. Coleman trying to match him. Rendon's got two defenders, plays it across, and may have played the wrong Indy 11 player. Budati finally waved back on to even us up at 11 aside. Blake waits on Rendon. Rendon the cross, but Rendon deemed to be in an offside position as the flag goes up.
O'Brien made a beautiful diagonal run where Rendon's trying to hit him inside the box. Omaha defender did a great job breaking that up, but wow, O'Brien was one step away from just burying that ball, made a brilliant run inside.
And frankly, that is how the Indy 11 are going to score. It is Blake finding the nooks and crannies. It is Rendon and Masanbi stretching the defense with their speed. That's kind of the formula that has led them to averaging a couple of goals per match over the course of their last 5 league matches.
That kind of combination play, like you said, Greg, is they're going to get rewarded for that because they continue to look for each other's feet and make those types of runs. They'll create opportunities. Like to see that ball go through Blake a little bit more. He's got such a great vision where he's at, and he can see the play, his distribution, not to mention his ability to go one-on-one. Get Blake, get the ball to his foot a little bit more tonight.
Foul whistle. I'll go against Aiden Quinn. It was Dylan Borjak, that player that went to the ground. And Dylan having spent time with Memphis 901 in their USL Championship days.
Indy 11 defensively, Greg has done a good job so far holding off Botello Foz and Gutierrez. Those guys are capable of breaking away anytime, but Indy 11's defense has done a great job of not just marking them up, but tracking them as well, not losing sight of them because they wander. And it's easy to lose sight of those guys sometimes.
Botello Foz finds Jiba. Neidlinger giving chase, gets a boot to it. It will be a corner. Second corner of the match for the visitors.
There's Jiba getting involved in the attack again. He's been going up quite a bit this entire half, and he goes up a little bit more unmarked, so he's even more dangerous because he's got a little bit more space, and you see he's got the quickness, and that's what Coach Candela is looking for. Find that open space on the outside flank, and he's taking advantage of it. Indy 11's got to be aware of that.
Had a ball that had just trickled back into the field of play, hence the reason for the momentary delay. Again, looking back post, and got a head to it. Did Union Omaha, but steered wide, and Reese Charles Cook will restart.
That was Jiba on the header.
And Charles Cook saw some of the matches in the formerly Jägermeister Cup last year. Also got the matches both this year and last year in the U.S. Open Cup. So part of it is goalkeeper rotation because of a cup match. Part of it is the fact that Eric Dick was a bit under the weather this week for the Indy 11. Blake called for the foul. Eric Dick, the clear #1 choice for the Indy 11. but they feel really good about Reese Charles Cook as well. Second year playing in the States after a 10-year career playing over in England.
It's important to have depth on the bench, Greg. And
Herbert hit the accelerator to clear that one away. Restart quickly here for Union Omaha.
They're shifting the ball like this. It's just going to continue to shift Indy 11's defense, and they're trying to get a quick counter by changing the ball and changing the direction of the ball. Try to find that open space, blind side. Look at Jiba coming on top of the box there. He's just wide open. So as the defense shifts, changing the point of attack for Omaha has been helpful. I mean, they've executed it pretty well. They haven't gotten a quality shot on goal yet, but their movement is really impressive.
Possession again lopsided in favor of Union Omaha, but shots 4-3 in favor of Indy, and shots on target are a goal or a shot apiece. Foul called against Union Omaha. Soccer Saturday presented by Indy 11. Join us every Saturday morning at 9 a.m. on 93.5 and 107.5. The Fan this week, it was Eunice Budati, Edward Chiza, and Sean McCauley. Next week, we'll figure that out next week. Listen online at 1075thefan.com. I can tell you the results of tonight's match will greatly impact who is on the show next week. How about that?
There you go.
One thing that we'll be tracking next week will be the final day in the championship over in England. All of those matches play at 7:30 Eastern time next Saturday morning.
That's going to be fun.
Can Wrexham play their way into the promotional playoff, try to get promoted a 4th consecutive year? Look at Masanvi turn on the Jets. And Masanvi not happy. Jack Blake not happy.
Neither are the several thousand fans who are become referees all of a sudden. We'll have to see the replay on that. It looked like it. See if there's any contact here. Not really. No, he just goes down. That is a weak call. Sorry to say it. That is a weak call. But in fast motion, it fooled the referee. Omaha player there, he just took a dive. Matsavi barely touched him.
Part of that is also the laws of physics as well, because Masanvi goes about 130 pounds at most. Owusu, 6'2" and 180.
Owusu went down pretty quick.
Masanvi with that speed could not slide it through several Union Omaha defenders.
Of course, we have the benefit of video replay, Greg, and the referee doesn't. Fast motion, it looked like there might have been some contact there, but
Blake was still in an onside position, but his cross is taken away, and here's a counter look for Union Omaha. And he had thrown some numbers forward. Go back to Masanvi, acquired by the Indy 11 right at the end of training camp. He was a late find by Sean McCauley. Sean knows him from their shared days together with Minnesota United. Masanvi's story is amazing. Came to the States at the age of 14 from the West African nation of Togo. Was playing for Minneapolis City, kind of a legendary amateur club in Minneapolis. Minnesota United saw him, signed him to a deal for their next pro team. Spent the last 4 years primarily playing for them. Neilinger gets the takeaway. Neilinger then gets taken down. That will be a foul. That will be a card. And then inadvertently, Coleman got clattered into. Lindley wanted to get the quick restart. Then he's going to get a yellow for his reaction to Elvis Osmatovic.
First yellow was clear. Not sure about the second one here.
Well, when you have a demonstrative action like Cam did when he kind of swats his hand in his direction, that's what you're going to get.
Little reaction there that maybe uncalled for by Lindley. Neidlinger does a great job though of taking the space and getting in there. He's done that a couple times tonight. He had one shot that went over the net, but watch his pace here. He just gets in, sees a little bit there, and clearly gets taken down. But I love the movement.
And again, Cam not happy about it.
Cam is a hard on his sleeve type guy. He's always sticking up for his players and his teammates. He's a consummate teammate. Sometimes he gets a little bit heated, and just needs to control that a little bit because he doesn't need a yellow. They got the call. They got the yellow. It was a little unnecessary from Lindley, but I understand his passion. I understand his demeanor there.
Indy 11 free kicks or cavity free kicks brought to you by Cornerstone Family Dentistry. Locations in Carmel, Indianapolis, and Danville.
This is a shootable ball. 25 yards out.
Left peg of Quinn, right leg of Blake.
We'll see what they decide here. Either way, you're looking for guys crashing the goal, looking for any rebound they can get.
I would tend to think this is coming from Aiden Quinn. Quinn going for goal. Saved by Nuhu.
Nice hit. Probably the best shot of the game so far by Quinn. Great save by Nuhu. That was going upper 90.
No one in this league is going to outskill Aiden Quinn.
I mean, he just didn't quite get the bend on it that he wanted, but he did put it on frame and challenged Nuhu to make a save, which he does. But nice opportunity from Quinn.
Quick reset, Nuhu on the punch. Neidlinger's volley does not go. That corner kick, by the way, brought to us by IBEW 481. Quinn the redirection once. He may try it again. Neidlinger trying to find Rendon in space, and Rendon wisely let Coleman have it. Be another corner kick, yet again brought to us by IBEW 481. By the way, our final 5 minutes of half number one brought to us by your Central Indiana Ford dealers. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today.
I love what Indy 11 is doing on their restarts, Greg. We talked about it before. If you look at a wide shot when we get a chance, the only guy back is Cam Lindley. Everybody else is in the box. They're throwing guys up, getting their height in there, coming up with some opportunist plays on the restart.
And Nuhu the punch, and again it'll be a throw-in, not a corner this time for the Indy 11.
They'll drop back a little bit here, but on those corners, you know, you're throwing Herbert and Craig in there and Okello in there, the tallest guys you've got. I mean, take advantage of it. I love that they're doing that. Great strategy from Coach McCauley.
Blake. Coleman got there first. Blake down after sending that one in. And he plays on. Lindley digs in, knowing that Blake was down. Masanvi. Now Blake back to action. Remember, Blake missed the first month due to a back injury. In his Open Cup substitute appearance against Union Omaha was his season debut. Lindley was looking for O'Brien. Neidlinger has a hit with the left foot, just directed it right smack dab in the middle of the goal. And Rashid Nuhu feeling like a ground ball, like he was a shortstop.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Neidlinger's putting himself in positions to get those opportunities. It's his second shot, first one on goal, but he's created a lot of opportunities coming from the back.
He is the youngest player to have a goal in Indy 11 history, when he scored against New Mexico back on August 11th of 2024. Signed a professional contract late in the 2024 season. Off the boot of O'Brien, and chance to breathe a little bit for Union Omaha.
O'Brien's had a nice game. Yeah, Neidlinger just coming in here again. Just gets an opportunity, left-footed, just hits it, you know, straight at the keeper, but getting that opportunity from an outside back when you're in top of the 18, Omaha's not doing a very good job of tracking Neidlinger. That can be dangerous.
Opportunity here for Union Omaha. Ball played in, and it's a goal. Botello Faz kind of walking the tightrope along the 6-yard box. And Union Omaha has the early lead here late in half number one.
Wow, what a nice goal. Botello Faz, if you watch his play, he's kind of hanging by the far post. And just as that ball struck, he blindsides the two Indy 11 defenders, and one touched it. They don't even see him. They were watching the ball, and it's going to be a disappointing play for Coach McCauley in his defense. But if you watch here, watch Foz on the far side. He's just going to sneak through, Here he comes. He's just going to sneak through and just beats them to the ball. Splits 2 defenders. Nice goal. Poor defending by Indy 11.
Botello, Faz, and Gutierrez, only players in terms of League One competition for Union Omaha that have multiple goals this season. Head of Monterrey, Mexico, and again, we know him well from his days in Detroit City. Botello, Faz finds the back of the net, and the Owls have the lead headed towards halftime.
That transition, Greg, remember we talked about it. One of the keys, getting the ball outside, serving it across in transition. That's exactly what they did. What a great ball that was. Kept it on the floor to feet, but defensively inside the 6, defenders got to win that ball. I mean, you cannot let a guy beat 2 defenders to that ball. That's going to be a disappointing goal for Indy 11.
4 minutes of additional time before we get to halftime. Herbert and Faz get tied up. Herbert not happy about it.
Not sure you want to mess with Herbert.
Fans, you can show your Indy 11 pride. Get your exclusive IMCU Indy 11 debit card at any IMCU branch or online at imcu.com today. We'll hear from the head coach of the Indy 11 and Sean McCauley before his team heads to the locker room for the halftime respite.
One thing Indy 11 is not doing as well, Greg, is getting that ball outside, serving it in, trying to find those players in that undefended space behind the Omaha defenders. They need to do a better job of that in order to penetrate, open up some space. That long ball has not worked. And it's going to continue to challenge Indy 11 if they continue to do it.
And Quinn's going to get a card, a yellow, for contact between he and Dylan Borjak.
It's a good call.
So yellow shown both to Quinn and Lindley from the Indy perspective. Cabral with the lone yellow of the match so far for the visitors.
Yeah, Quinn just gets his arm in the middle of his back and just kind of throws him to the ground. Pretty simple call there.
Professional foul given the timing and tactics of the situation.
And the location of the foul. I mean, that's into consideration too. Where you foul a player, you know you might get a yellow for it, but you know you've broken up the play. It allows your defense to reset a little bit. So the tactic of where the foul is taking place on the field is also a part of that equation. Smart play by Quinn, took a yellow for it. Omaha getting that late goal here in the first half. That's been a bit of a dagger here for Indy 11. I swear Jeeba's an attacking player. He's been more of an attacking player than he has a defensive player the entire first half. Very impressive.
So Neilinger on the restart. Rendon the flick, but is he and Okello not on the same page tonight?
Yeah, they're just not connecting. The long ball, the air ball, they're not running off the ball, anticipating those plays. Yeah, they're off a beat. I'd like to see them do a little bit more, stay a little more connected and playing the ball to feet or playing the ball into space to run into. But the long ball slip head thing, Omaha defense is all over that.
And again, part of that is for simply having played the Indy 11 already once this year. Again, personnel are very different. Foul called in midfield. And time is of the essence in terms of a restart for the Indy 11. Maybe really one real chance to throw some numbers forward here from the Indy perspective.
Just drop this ball just behind the 18. Well done.
But then a foul going to be called against Paco Craig for the push, and that will end festivities for half number one. Well, pretty level half. However, a late opportunity for Union Omaha has the visitors a goal to the good 45 minutes in, as he always does. Sean McCauley very prompt to get to our broadcast location to begin our halftime show, and he joins us now. Coach, my guess is the speech probably changed a little bit with 5 or 6 minutes left to go. Overall, how you feel about half number one?
Yeah, I don't think we've been good enough from start to the end there. We had a little spell, when we changed the two up front to a 3 up front, where we sort of pinned them back a little bit, and we had 1 versus 1s with Bruno and Louis, which is what we wanted to achieve from the start of the game. But I think overall I've got a big half time ahead of me. I need to get in there and speak to them regarding their commitment. There's a big famous saying of players can win your games, but mentality will win your championships and win your trophies. And our mentality has been poor in terms of we've played timid, we've played on the back foot, and that's not usually like us. So they're going to get a little reminder as we go in.
You've got a speech to give. We'll let you give it. Thank you, sir. Head coach John McCauley being very blunt, as he always is. And again, you could hear by his tone there might be some paint to be peeled coming up in the Indy 11 locker room at halftime. The debut of the Prinx Tires USL Cup for 2026. Indy 11 are chasing the game. They've been there before. They found ways to catch up virtually all season long. We'll see if they can do it again on Wish TV and ESPN+. Tonight's match is presented by your Central Indiana Ford dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. And by IU Health. Indiana University Health is proud to be the official health care and sports medicine provider of the Indy 11, supporting athletes in our community with expert orthopedic and sports injury care close to home.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Deep inside you, there's a spark waiting to be ignited, a yearning for a real connection, something that truly moves you. Find experiences that stir your soul in our new Kentucky home, where amazing nature and authentic bluegrass inspire you, where world-renowned bourbon and horses wow you. Kentucky. Find what moves you.
This is Molly. She loves road trips, hikes, her dog Max, and cars that fit her lifestyle. Like this cool new ride that she got with help from Indiana Members Credit Union at a great low rate. And for when she's on the go, IMCU makes it easy for her to pay from anywhere thanks to their digital banking. Looks like Molly is really getting the max from her credit union.
It is halftime in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Time for some of the headlines for this week. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio. Corey Bennett of Colorado Springs scored 2 goals against Monterey Bay in Week 7 of the USL Championship. That's 6 goals for the season, the Golden Boot lead through 7 games, and that total matches the season high for an individual player from the Switchbacks in 2025. In League One, AC Boise's first home victory of the season was a dominating 4-0 performance against Westchester SC. Dennis Kostashin climbed within a goal of the leader in the Golden Boot race with a pair of goals. He's now scored 3 times in Boise's past 2 games. And Boise played a big part in a huge attendance week for League One in Week 7. More than 22,000 fans total. Boise led the way with 7,204. And Portland Hearts of Pine close behind, 6,033. If those 2 clubs were in the USL Championship, Boise would rank 6th in average attendance through 7 weeks. Portland would rank 8th. Upcoming national broadcasts for both the Championship and League One. Detroit City and Louisville City. Boise hosts FC Naples, and Richmond hosts Charleston in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. All three matches are on the CBS Sports Network. Well, the second half is getting closer. Let's get you back out to your match.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Prinx tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinx tires will be there for the long haul.
With more features to keep your account safe and secure. Northwest Bank is here for what's next.
Good dog.
This week on USL All Access, it's the convergence of cups. We walk through the round of 32 in US Open Cup, getting ready for the first round of group stage games in the Prinx Cup.
Off-season roster building comparisons between the Tampa Bay Rowdies and Sporting Jacksonville. What's the biggest difference between the two that has caused the early year success for the Tampa Bay Rowdies?
You'll see it SiriusXM FC or the USL YouTube page every Tuesday night.
Halftime on this gorgeous Saturday night in central Indiana. Union Omaha with the late first half goal, having 1-goal lead at the break. Greg Rakestraw, Dan Capsalis with you here on Wish TV and ESPN+. Now, last time out for the Indy 11, they got a road point at Birmingham, 2 goals apiece, but one of them stood out amongst every goal in the championship this week because Edward Chiz's first goal of the season was our USL Championship goal of the week. Look at that.
Just brilliant by Chiz. You know how hard it is to bring a ball down out of the air like that with a defender on you and bury it far post on a volley? Just brilliant.
And ever be the first guy to tell you that he's kind of missed some sitters in Open Cup play and kind of rounding the keeper 2 weeks ago. And that's the goal that goes in. I'd imagine we would see him late in this match. All right, so, again, this is the first match of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Indy 11 in Group 4. 7 teams in the group, so 2 other matches taking place tonight. How about Fort Wayne FC? They got their first win last week at Chattanooga. They've got a goal at Lynn Family Stadium against Lou City. The Mingos of Florida Madison have made the trip south, way south, take on Lexington, and they are tied at a goal apiece at 45 minutes in. Now, the reason to put Group 7 in there is that these are the next 2 teams that the Indy 11 will play as they return to USL Championship play. Tampa Bay Rowdies at Al Lang Stadium are next Saturday night. 0-0 as they take on Sarasota Paradise of League One. Sporting Jacksonville. First time that Indy will play a team from Jacksonville in 9 years since their days in the NASL. Sporting Jacksonville trailing Miami FC 1-0. Sporting Jacksonville will be here 2 weeks from tonight. That is our next home match and our next broadcast of Indy 11 soccer. Even though the possession has belonged to Union Omaha, they score on the counter. Pato Botello-Vaz makes it 1-0 for the roadside. More halftime coverage comes your way next.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Droplight is a venture studio. We don't sit on the sidelines. We build inside the brand. From stadiums to festivals to the fastest tracks in the world. We turn brands into something people feel. Turning ideas into traction, partnerships into pressure, and momentum you can't ignore. This is Ignition. This is Droplight. Fuel for brave brands.
Indiana is built on community, pride, and coming together. And on match day, that spirit lives at the heart of Indy 11.
Cuts it back, headed home. It is time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis for the first time this year.
Families, friends, lifelong fans, and first-time supporters alike. It's more than a match. It's a place where Indiana gathers to cheer, celebrate, and belong. Experience the energy at the mic. Get your tickets today at Indy11.com.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTiresUSA.com to learn more. Beautiful look at the north side of downtown Indianapolis. We're on the west side of downtown Indianapolis on the campus of IU Indy. It is Union Omaha looking for the season sweep in both the Open Cup and the Prinx Tires Cup. Let's get you to our highlights from half number one. Again, it's Union Omaha that has the lead. Chances, Dan, have been relatively equal, though, in this match.
Yeah, Indy 11's had several opportunities. Again, looking from balls outside. Great block, restart here by Quinn. Great save by Nuhu. That was probably the best opportunity Indy 11 had. And then here's Omaha. I mean, Jiba right there in front of the goal early in the first half. So Omaha's had some good quality chances as well. And at the end of the half, they finally put one away.
Here's a look at the numbers. Again, possession largely fair of Union Omaha. That has not been different than any Indy 11 match so far this season. Again, as far as the shots are concerned, 7-5 in favor of the Indy 11. You see kind of the after effects of the goal scored by Pato Botello-Vaz.
Yeah, that possession, though, is, you know, we talk about it a lot tonight, Greg, and recent games. It doesn't mean they can't win this game, but they've just got to find ways to play the ball to feet a little bit more. I think Coach McCauley said it at halftime. He's not happy with their performance. Not so much technically or tactically. He's not happy with their mental approach right now. He thinks they've got to, you know, pick it up a notch and dive in a little harder and mentally have to, you know, buy in, and they've got to want it. And he felt like they have just been very, very slow mentally and just not on their game tonight. So let's see what they can do, and hopefully his halftime speech pick them up a little bit. but he was not happy at halftime, and rightly so.
No substitutions used by either side during the halftime window. So it's the same 22 that you saw during the course of half number 1. Indy 11 soccer brought to us by Dormicaba for every place that matters.
Again, 2 key players for Indy 11 in that midfield. O'Brien's had a good game. Okello's got to get the ball to his feet. But Lindley and Blake, these are the 2 guys that this team relies on in the midfield for distribution and creating opportunities.
Masanvi kept it in. No foul given yet. Rendon walks the tightrope. Niftily swept aside by Union Omaha. And even further impressively kept in by Borjak, who had the assist on the Botello Faz goal.
Nice play by Quinn there. Craig, I'm sorry, Craig on the header.
And this one will roll all the way through. Nothing doing there. Goal kick coming for Reese Charles Cook. And that's 2 players that you mentioned in Quinn and Craig that have only been getting stuff done in this league, as in the championship, but a combined 25 years at this point. 2 of the absolute all-time greats who ever play in this league.
And they're not flashy, Greg. They get the job done. They're consistent. They anticipate well. They execute well. They're very difficult to beat.
Paco came into this game approaching 1,000 clearances for his career. A native of England, played at Young Harris College, Division II in Georgia. Spent many years with Lou City, then time with Miami and North Carolina, and that will be a foul as Lindley goes to ground. And here's some of those numbers that Paco Craig has put together in terms of aerial duels and clearances.
Yeah, it's very impressive. That kind of consistency over time, Greg. You talked about it. Legends in this league.
And tonight is retro night officially here at Indy 11. Well, who better to talk about than the guy whose dad was the bassist and founder of Culture Club?
That's pretty cool.
Than Paco Craig.
That's pretty cool.
Jack Blake plays it across New Hoop. Gets his hands on it. Rendon was buzzing around the 6.
That's better from Indy 11. Get that ball outside, serve it across, time those runs. Rendon's got a nice diagonal run inside the box there, trying to get in front of the defender. Those are the kind of plays that Indy 11 needs to make in order to get this game even again.
Budati the target. Eunice, one of 2 former Indy 11 men in the 18 tonight. We have not seen the other. That would be Lawrence Wotton. They were teammates early in the 2024 season. Lawrence spent that entire year on loan with Indy from the Chicago Fire. Charles Cook's clearance steers wide. Budati in his first year in League One after spending the last 6 seasons in the championship. Was here for about a year and a quarter. And part of the reason I'm sure he's familiar with playing for Union Omaha is the fact that he played his college soccer at Creighton, in addition to time spent at Boston College. Indy nearly up a corner trying to maintain possession, but it all works out in the end because of a foul closer to midfield against the visitors. And again, a reminder, if Indy were to level this match, and if we finished tied at a goal apiece or tied at 2 goals apiece, etc., there would not be added extra time, but it would also not be a draw. We will go straight to penalties. And Indy last year won 3 matches in terms of regulation and won the 4th on penalties. Had 11 points in cup competition. Masanvi trying to dig in.
Oh, he had his jersey. He pulled Masanvi's jersey. He knows that's what he's complaining about right there. Clear pull on the jersey, and referee didn't see it. You can disguise it sometimes and you get away with it, and that's one time he got away with it. Like to see Quinn get more involved too on the outside here. Watch the tug on the jersey here. Right there, clear foul. I mean, you're restricting him from moving toward the ball, and you're pulling him back. The problem is the angle the referee was at. He couldn't see the jersey pull, so he couldn't make the call. It's a clear foul.
Nice move. That is Charles Cook that gets the save, and then the clearance by Craig ricochets off of Dylan Borjak.
Great individual effort there. I mean, just takes the ball here and just 1v1, takes it to the outside, and then splits both defenders, gets the shot off. Man, great save by Reese Cook. But Charles Cook.
You're splitting a couple of legends in Blake and Quinn right there.
Right, at speed.
Lindley, speaking of at speed, Rendon plays it across, and if that gets past the keeper, Masanvi can walk that in. You're seeing the right concepts by the Indy 11 here in the second half.
Yeah, I think Coach obviously was in their ear that they've just got to start putting some combinations together and looking for that, not looking for that long ball slip head, because we're not slip heading it onto anybody, but more combination play, timing those runs, getting that ball outside. They've done it a couple times here. Lots of time left. See if they can put it together and get a connection.
Well, a couple of things here. Indy's first to most every ball so far. So you're seeing the effort pick up from the Indy 11. Secondarily, they're also throwing more numbers forward, and that's great unless you don't get possession.
Right.
So
it's great unless you get countered really quick, and then you're vulnerable in the back. But they're down a goal, Greg. They've got to move forward, numbers forward. So I agree with that strategy for Coach McCauley. They've got to push kids forward, push players forward, get numbers up. If you get numbers up, you got more opportunity to get that opportunity on the ball and go to goal. But yeah, they definitely have a little jump in their step. And they are, like you said, winning the 50-50s at this point.
Keystone Group, specializing in transmission developments, construction management, and investments. Player down. We had 4 minutes of stoppage time at the end of half number 1. That is Sammy Gadiri. Sammy played here last year while playing with Monterey Bay. And again, he just kind of
look like a hamstring they're looking at here.
Yeah,
maybe?
just as Rendon was kind of following the play, just kind of got the interior of the knee that you see being checked.
Sometimes people don't realize how many collisions are going on the field. These guys are not, just flopping. I mean, they're getting hit, and it's knee to knee, and it's head to head, and it's elbow to face. I mean, there's a lot of contact going on, and these guys are tough. And they got to, kind of shake it off and get back on the field, which Gutierrez is going to be doing here in a minute. But it's real contact, and it hurts.
We saw Budati on the sidelines for a good couple of minutes in half number 1. Gadiri looks like he'll rejoin when given the opportunity.
Was it Budati that took a ball to the face earlier in the first half?
That was Knapp.
That was Knapp, okay.
Offside flag goes up.
That was Knapp. Almost made him take a nap. I mean, he got hit hard.
See, now you picked up the broadcaster side of things. Restart coming for the Indy 11. Again, Gadiri still
better,
trying to hop around and hopes to rejoin momentarily. Indy has the man advantage momentarily. Masanvi goes to ground and doesn't get the whistle.
Looked like he tripped over the ball. Referee was right there. Good no call.
Here's Borjak. Indy defensively again kept their shape pretty well again. Gadiri now rejoins. And Blake a little frustration release. Blake going to get a talking to. That was he and Knapp that clearly from Jack's point of view that was something that would have happened, I think, between he and Knapp that we didn't see on camera, because this is pretty obvious and blatant.
That's pretty egregious there. Very intentful.
And frankly, Jack is lucky he wasn't shown a card in that scenario.
No question. Because whenever you show intent and it looks like it's done on purpose with that level of conscious intent, it generally results in a yellow. What it does result in is a restart here for Omaha.
Lindley and Quinn Yellows in the first half for Indy. Cabral, yellows in the first half for Omaha. Charles Cook. Is that deemed to be a corner?
Well,
I think Charles Cook grabbed that after the ball had crossed the byline. Elvis Osmanovic is pointing to the corner flag.
It's a corner. Yeah, they're questioning that. Looked like it was a ball driven down the far side, crossed out of bounds.
On the restart, headed and into the back of the net and make it 2.
Wow. What a beautiful play. What a beautiful header. I'm just questioning how that was a corner kick. We couldn't see it from this angle where we're at. But boy, did that result just stick a knife in Indy 11. What a beautiful header.
For the second time in as many matches, Union Omaha has a 2-goal lead here in Indianapolis. Again, that's outstanding from Borjak.
I mean, Borjak's had a great game already, but look at that ball. Far post. Goodness. What a goal.
Yellow going to be shown to Sean McCauley. Or is it? No, it's not Sean. It's to Josh Frankham, frankly, the trainer for the Indy 11, to get shown the card.
Wish we could see a replay on how the corner was called. We couldn't see it from our angle. From here, from our view, Greg, it looked like the ball was served into the corner. A nice ball. The Omaha player tried to cross it, went out of bounds. Goal kick. Instead,
the only logic that I can think of there would be the fact that Elvis Osmanovic felt that Charles Cook took that ball into touch, so to speak. So let's kind of go back and show you. Was there a deflection by Neidlinger? Did that deflect off Neidlinger? Hence that it was, yeah. The deflection off of Neidlinger is the story.
Okay. That showed it a little bit better there.
Foul has been called against the Indy 11. The AR pointed to the keeper. Charles Cook, I don't think, noticed the deflection. See if the ball hits off of Logan Neidlinger here.
I don't see it touching him. I don't see it touching him. Watch the spin on the ball. There's no change in the spin. Now, they call it before Charles Cook touches the ball. The ball's out of bounds. Wow.
And obviously no VAR to go back and check that at this level.
They must have thought it was a deflection off Neidlinger, but gosh, even with the replay, it was tough to see. It was a brilliant goal. Nothing taken away from the goal that Borjak scored and the play. Just a beautiful, beautiful goal. But you got to question whether they should have been awarded the corner kick in the first place. And Coach McCauley is arguably upset about it. So, little controversy there, but play on now. Indy 11 has a bigger hole to dig out of.
Union Omaha's success against USL Championship teams continuing. That's primarily been an Open Cup play where that's been the case, but working solidly in their favor here. Blake goes to ground and nothing comes of it. When Union Omaha put 2 against the Indy 11 as Masonville get called for the foul. Frankly, it was largely against a lot of Indy 11 backups. That's not been the case tonight.
No.
Again, the only player that's kind of rotated out is Eric Dick from a goalkeeping standpoint. Other than this is the top 11 available, or top 10 from a field position player standpoint from Indy. And Union Omaha has been the better side.
So far tonight they've obviously winning the possession game, winning the opportunity game, and got 2 balls in the back of the net.
No foul in that. Paco Craig tries to launch Loic Masonvi. Tackled away, and it will be a throw-in for the Indy 11. Indy 11 soccer sponsored by All Occasion Tent Rental, creating lasting memories, one event at a time.
Lots of time left. Indy 11 can't panic. They're down by 2. They've got some groundwork to make up here, but they've got to just get a little bit more focused on maintaining possession and finding those opportunities and getting guys in spaces, playing the ball to feet, and not just getting sloppy and sending it long like that, that's just a complete waste. So those are the kind of decisions that are going to frustrate coaches. Hold the ball.
A couple of players heading in from the Indy 11. So we'll see their first wave of substitutions coming up in a matter of moments. Now Omaha playing the long ball. Neidlinger in coverage for Indy.
Great D by Neidlinger.
Mikel Rashid will be coming on for Indy.
Not just great D by Neidlinger, but the ability to turn that ball, Greg, and play it out and keep it in play when you're running backwards. Really impressive play by Neidlinger there. Omaha in full control right now. Playing a little bit of keep away.
Masanvi weaving his way through traffic. Able to best 3 defenders. Gets a quick one-touch back from Okello. He has a hit, but nowhere close to being on frame.
He had the look. He's got the leg. Little ambitious. It's about 40 yards out. Hits the outside of the ball. Has the space. Nice little combination play here. I like it.
Indy is going to go. Well, they're going to go for value, for quantity. They have 4 players that are getting ready to head towards the 4th official.
Coach McCauley is shaking it up. He's trying to get some fresh legs in there, and not just fresh legs, but a fresh mindset onto this pitch.
He's bringing in 2 new defenders and 2 new forwards. Barry, Rashid, Chiza, and Singh.
I think at this point it's a great move by Coach McCauley. One, it sends a message to the team: if you're not going to perform, you're coming off and you're going to sit. Same time, you give guys an opportunity that are anxious and ready to go, and throw them on there. Maybe it'll give them a spark. Still lots of time.
It's a sizable crowd here in Indianapolis tonight. It's one that's awfully quiet because they have had nothing to cheer for.
Yeah, it's been quiet tonight for sure, Greg.
And again, this has kind of been against the run of form. Now, in talking with Sean McCauley, he wasn't happy what he saw in the first half against Birmingham on Sunday, but they scored twice in the second half. But they, again, had 5 in league play unbeaten. The loss to Union Omaha in the Open Cup kind of sits in the middle of that. So let's make sure we kind of put the proper asterisk, next to that. But that had been the case where, they had lost leads, not lost games. Indy 11 has 2 losses in all competitions so far this year. Their opening match of the season at Brooklyn FC. That's still in play for Masanvi. And then Boudadi takes him down, and that will be a yellow shown to Yunus Boudadi. Masanvi did a great job of getting in the path of danger there to draw contact from Boudadi. And Yunus gets the 2nd yellow of the match shown to a Union Omaha player.
Good opportunity here. This is a classic Lindley type of service. You're not shooting this ball. What you're going to do is you're going to try to drop it down just on the other side of the defense, on the 18 far side, looking to get the run in just off maybe the top of the 6. Isolate the keeper on the line, drop it in the 6. Just outside the 6, time the run. Looking for a one-touch here. Lindley can hit this ball really well.
Can he pull one back here?
It's a great ball.
Looking back post, headed down. Didn't get all the way through. Rendon looks to redirect, but steers that wide.
That's exactly what they tried to do, and it was executed well. Lindley put a beautiful ball in play, gave him the opportunity, just couldn't get quite on the other end of it cleanly. We got 4 subs coming in, Greg.
In my years of I'm not sure I've seen 4 guys enter at one time. The origin of this facility is as a track and field facility.
Yep.
So Indy's hoping to channel some energy in like a 4x4 100 group coming in. Our substitutions brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiency. So, Dylan Singh, Edward Shizza, Mikel Rashid, Hezron Berry in. Anthony Herbert, Noble Okello, Cam Lindley amongst those out.
He's mixing it up. Coach McCauley's mixing it up. He's like, I got to get guys on here that want to put out that effort and give us an opportunity here.
Paco Craig is the other player that exits for the Indy 11.
Entering the game is number 21.
So Indy has one more substitute they can use if they can. Of course, this match is brought to us by the Keystone Group, specializing in transmission developments, construction management, and investments. Well, again, kind of talked about maybe what has went wrong for the Indy 11. Let's make sure we acknowledge what has gone right for Union Omaha.
They have been patient. They have been really, they've done a great job tactically, strategically, Greg.
Rendon, Singh, his cross did not make it to Bruno Rendon. Dylan Singh scored a goal in his first match in this building for the Indy 11. That came against Detroit City back on March 21st. Player goes down for Union Omaha. We play on. Again, the ball for Blake is errant, and now with possession at the feet of Union Omaha, whistle is blown as the player is down, and Vincenzo Candela is incensed because there was a 2v2 going the opposite direction.
Yeah, they had the advantage in the referee, but if the player is injured, really, and the referee feels like he's in a lot of distress, he will stop the play, although they did have possession on the run, and he could have easily played advantage, but he felt the player was in more distress. So he's got a yellow card out here for Coach Candela.
And I would assume that would be for actions directed at the fourth official.
Yeah, the fourth official's called that in because obviously the center ref can't hear from that far away, but that's why the fourth official's there. He calls the center ref over, dictates exactly what was said on the sideline, and Coach Candela got a yellow.
Fans, you can watch Wish TV, your local news source, online at wishtv.com and download the All Indiana Sports app for free today.
Greg, we talk about, you just mentioned what's Omaha done right. Their possession is good. Their movement is good. Defensive shape. They haven't really allowed Indy 11 to penetrate at all. They're communicating well. Their transition has been really good. Offense to defense, defense to offense. They're using the width. They're changing the point of attack. They're doing a lot of things right, and that's why they're winning this game. Not to mention finishing that final ball twice. They played a really good game. And if people watching this think League One is a level below, you're sadly mistaken. They're very much a lot of parity between the two leagues.
And again, there are so many guys for this Union Omaha squad that we have talked about, have played for the Indy 11, have played for this team in the championship. Again, Brent Coleman has played in Major League Soccer for the better part of a decade. So,
a lot of experience on this team, and these guys have, on the road, have come and right now taking it to Indy 11. Time ticks away. 25 minutes or so to go. Lots of time, but right now Indy 11 has not shown the level of attack and creating opportunities. A few times they've done a combination play in the midfield, creating some opportunities and putting balls across. They've had some chances there, but they've just been too far and few between. They haven't been consistent.
And no substitutions yet. However, that's about to change for Union Omaha. Kempis Tequila has made his way to the bench.
What a great name. Tequila.
Native of Germany. Last year was with Knoxville when they won the League One championship against a team that Indy played last year and beat in this competition. On a goal from nearly midfield by Elvis Amo.
Indy 11 can't get the ball. I mean, they're pressing. They cannot get the ball.
Budati steered away by Mikel Rashid. Mikel, the first player to play for the Indy 11 that spent time at the University of Indianapolis.
Nice play by Rashid.
Mikel was there for 3 years and followed head coach John Higgins to Xavier. It's his third year as a pro. He played in League One last year. Mikel won the starting job out of training camp, but has been coming off the bench ever since the first couple of weeks. So Tequila at the fourth official, as is Cameron Lawrence. Cameron, a first-year pro. Played at Monmouth a season ago. So first substitutions of this match for the visitors in Union, Omaha. And again, our substitutions are brought to us by Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility in both staffing and operational efficiencies. Gaderi and Gutierrez, the two players that will exit Coach Candella's squad for so many years. Dominic Casiato was the man in charge of this Union Omaha program. He made the jump to the championship last year. Fittingly, Indy will see him next week with the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Tampa Bay really struggled by their lofty standards last year, but yet they handled Indy 11 twice. Both teams missed the playoffs last season, and those that have been around the championship for a long time know that is rare for Tampa Bay. So they went on a free agent spree in terms of our league, and they are back toward the top of the Eastern Conference table yet again. But that's next week's concern for the Indy 11. Frankly, kind of this performance tonight has been concerning in and of its own right. And it's kind of one that, frankly, you didn't see coming.
Yeah, I would agree, Greg. But Omaha has proven to be the better group at this point.
Giveaway here, play it across, and that goes
off the bar.
The crossbar. Could have easily been 3. Omaha lines it up yet again.
And that was Borjak again.
Here's Budati. Looking back post. Charles Cook gets a hand to it, and O'Brien will help lift it back to midfield.
Great save, great play there by Charles Cook. But the ball goes right back in the possession of Union. Borjak's had a great game for Omaha. Almost had another one there. Missed it by inches.
And Borjak had the second goal. No disputing the quality of the goal. The dispute was in, should it have been a corner that led to the goal?
Yeah, I'm still struggling with that. Didn't look clear at all.
Here's Tequila. Again, Budati with space to operate. Blake to Quinn.
Like to see Quinn come down the flank.
Masanvi. Quinn trying to pick a spot, but it's Nuhu. Intercepts the ball intended for Dylan Singh.
Better from Indy 11 there.
Indy 11 Soccer, sponsored by Dormakaba. Dormakaba for every place that matters.
Indy 11's thrown Singh up high. The key is not just sending the ball and watch him. He needs the support from Mansavi. So he's not isolated up there going 1-on-2 or 1-on-3. So if they're going to throw him high, you know, the number 9 up top, he needs that support behind him.
Flag goes up. Chisel's in an offside position from the Indy 11 perspective. Technically, this would be Indy's first loss in a USL Cup match, because they won 3, won 1 on penalties, and lost 1 on penalties last year. While there is still 15 minutes left to go in this one, Indy is not giving any inclination of creating something offensively currently.
And what I like about what Union's doing too, Greg, is they're continuing to attack. They're not sitting on a 2-0 lead. 2-0 lead in soccer, as everybody knows, is one of the most dangerous leads you have. It could turn on a dime. So 2-0 seems comfortable, but it's actually not. But they are continuing to attack. And I've always said the best defense is a good attack, right? If you're attacking, then you've got the other team on the heels. And right now, Omaha just continues to attack.
Well,
very impressive.
Let's talk about this. Goals for is one of the tiebreakers that is used in this competition. Here's an opportunity. Flag goes up.
That ball was played. I'm not sure about that. When that ball was played, Rendon looked like he was onside. We'll take a look at it, but watch when this ball is played. Ball is played. He might have. It looked like he might have just gotten a little bit of a jump. When you see the replay, I think the AR got it right.
Micah Thomas will be the 5th and final substitution tonight for the Indy 11. Player brought in March, who was on loan from Charlotte FC in Major League Soccer. He had an assist in the 2-2 draw against Hartford on March 28th. Muhammad Omar won't be used tonight, and Eric Dick will also not be used this evening. Still 3 substitutions with which to choose from if needed for Union Omaha.
We had another sub coming in from Indy 11.
Other teams that Union Omaha will see in this competition. They will host Lou City on March 17th. They will host Fort Wayne on June 6th. And they will play at Forward Madison on July 11th. Foul called against Edward Chiza.
Great play by Owusu.
A reminder, the USL on CBS Sports Network kicks off the month of May with a championship clash of Eastern Conference powerhouses. Detroit City takes on Lou City. 6 o'clock Eastern Time. Next Saturday, May 2nd, catch all the action on CBS Sports Network. So there's Thomas. Malik Masanvi will exit. And frankly, I would tell you kind of at this juncture, the 2 matches so far this season where kind of Indy 11 fans would feel the worst about kind of what they saw from their team in a performance coming against this team, coming against Omaha.
Yep. Had their number twice.
Well, maybe it's good news for the Indy 11 that these two will not see each other again unless it were the quarterfinals or later of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Singh trying to fight his way through as he and Coleman collide more than once. Chiza. Quinn. The cut back for Chiza. Tries to make the run through left foot. Nuhu up to the challenge. Frankly, Nuhu has not been overly busy, but he was ready to make the play there. It does lead to a corner for the Indy 11. Sponsored by our friends at IBEW 481.
Better from Indy 11. Little combination play, short passing. Nuhu makes a great save on Chiza here. Could have easily been a goal, but that's the kind of play that Indy 11 needs. That short passing to the feet, quick one touch, simple stuff. It works, and it's undefendable, and they almost put a ball in the back of the net.
Chiza.
First time they've done that tonight.
Chiza earns a second corner kick brought to us by IBEW Local 481. Union Omaha clears momentarily. Thomas resets. Quinn serves again. All the way through to the back post and swept towards the stands by the visitors.
Those are the balls that Quinn needs to hit a little more often. He hasn't had the chance as much tonight.
Dylan Singh heads it down, and follow-up does not go. Again, Nuhu with the save. Backheel! Give it to him! 1 for the Indy 11, and they're back in it with 10 minutes left to go in the match.
Last 5 minutes, they've had great pressure. They're moving the ball a little better, playing the feet. This is what happens when you have that type of pressure and you have that type of movement, especially when you're moving the ball quickly. This is the kind of thing that can happen. Nice save there.
Nuhu makes a phenomenal save. Quinn sends it in, and how about that bit of skill by Bruno Rendon?
Just opportunistic right here in front of the goal. They're saying he might have been offside, but I don't think he was. Linesman was right there. Really, really talented play by Rendon. You see him here, just kind of nutmegs himself with a back heel and inside of the foot back heel. And wow, Indy 11's got some life.
The smoke billowing for the first time tonight out of the Brickyard Battalion.
Crowd has come alive.
Rendon with his 4th goal in all competitions this season. Shiza trying to find the space. This one not done yet.
It just shows they're capable. Don't know why it takes them so long to kind of find that mode and that rhythm.
Sent in. O'Brien was the target. Nuhu successfully navigates the choppy waters. Indy has scored a goal every match they have played since the opener against Brooklyn FC back on March 8th.
What a creative play by Rendon.
Rendon was the star of this competition 2 years ago when it was exclusively in League One, when he played for former Indy 11 man Eamon Zayed with the Northern Colorado Hailstorm. That year, Rendon was the League One Defender of the Year. Here's Thomas down the left flank.
They're playing with a little bit more intensity now, with a little bit more purpose. Indy 11 is. And it's noticeable.
Neidlinger steps in. Blake's ball was errant. Otello Faz tied up by Hezron Barry, and again, not enough in it.
Barry does a nice job of tracking that.
Otello Faz, a bit of a wry smile towards the Indy 11 bench as he got up off the deck after that one. Ball finds Neidlinger. Rendon, and that's going to be a corner. Corner brought to us by IBEW 481, and this match has turned on a dime.
The last 10 minutes, we're watching a different team here, Greg. Watching a team that we know is there. Watching a team that we know is capable. You know, the clock is ticking. They're running out of time, but it's nice to see the sense of urgency that they're playing with right now, with possession, creating opportunities.
Quinn bends it in. Still being knocked around. Foul going to be called against the Indy 11. And I think Jack Blake wanted that ball at his feet at the edge of the 18 because there was nobody marking him. Everybody was in the 6 for Union Omaha.
He was in a prime spot.
Indy 11 Soccer is sponsored by Hyatt Place. Experience comfort in downtown Indianapolis. Frankly, it had been pretty comfortable for Union Omaha until about 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, it's just clicked all of a sudden for Indy 11, and it, you know, had they performed the last 5 minutes, you know, the rest of this game, it'd be a completely different story. But they've woken up, but
handball. Reason for the whistle.
I think part of it too, Greg, substitutions that Coach McCauley has made. He's got some fresh faces in there. He's got some guys who are hungry. They're showing that.
Speaking of fresh faces, a couple are going to come in here for Union Omaha. Looks like one of them is a former Indy 11 player, and Lawrence Whatton that has made his way to the Union Omaha bench. That touch goes astray from Cameron Lawrence. Throw in coming for Indy. We caught up with Lawrence before the Open Cup match. A statement that you don't get to make very often. Lawrence is choosing between going back to his family farm in England or playing professional soccer.
The farm will always be there. I say play as long as you can.
Here's Tequila. Little give and go that Mikel Rashid got in the way. Another player is down for Union Omaha in front of the Indy 11 bench. But again, we play on. Quinn charging forward. Boudadi with them step for step. They've had this battle in training before. That takes a turn off of Boudadi. It will be another corner. Brought to us by IBEW 481, and now we will go back and check on the injured player, minute number 86. And frankly, we have seen a lot of this from Union Omaha during the course of tonight's match. So we'll hit the pause button before we take a corner coming here.
They're going to do what they normally do, Greg. Send everybody in. Neidlinger's going to stay deep. Everybody else is inside the box except for Jack Blake, who's just sitting outside the 18. That ball comes loose. He'll have an opportunity to pop it in. He's got nothing but 15 yards of space in front of him. This needs to be a good service.
Aaron Gomez and Lawrence Whatton are the players that are awaiting to be brought in. Elvis Osmanovic just saying, everybody, all right, I'm keeping time on this in terms of adding additional time before we get started. They're going to bring the subs in first to kind of cover that time. Our substitutions brought to us by our friends at Morales Group Staffing, offering flexibility to both staffing and operational efficiencies. Knapp is the player that is slow to get up, and I would assume that Lawrence Whatton's going to be coming in for him. The player exiting for Gomez was Borjak, who as of now has the game-winning goal. And Whatton now will come on. Union Omaha is at full strength, and Quinn will be directed to fire when ready on our IBEW 481 corner kick. Quinn. Jack Blake says, I'll take it. Quinn works his way around Boudadi. Boudadi sticks a leg out. It will be a throw here for Aiden Quinn, who now leave it for Hezron Berry.
Long throw coming here.
Yep, Berry going to use the track. Puts that right in front of Nuhu. Thomas trying to redirect.
Went off his hand.
Violation against the Indy 11. Indy 11 Soccer, sponsored by the Denny Companies, tearing down the past so you can build the future.
I mean, this has been very entertaining to watch the last 10, 15 minutes, Craig. Yeah, it looks like it might have gone off his chest, but the referee thought he got his arm up. When the arm gets extended like that, it's tough to tell. The referees, players got his back to the ref, so he can't really see exactly where the ball hit.
Thomas will go track it down. Your Central Indiana Ford dealer is a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. Nuhu.
Boy, you read that well. That's what a goalkeeper needs to do. Come up big like that. It looks like a simple play, but he anticipated that play, came out well, made a great decision, put himself in a position to break up the play. Nice play by Nuhu.
Botello Faz couldn't work it past Thomas. Thomas plays it up. Botello Faz, throw in coming for the Indy 11. Now we will take a look at the fourth official and see exactly how much additional time this match has in it. Tequila. Boudadi. And again, you don't need to be in a big hurry to play the cross here. Just killing time, and Quinn expertly draws the foul.
Little stall tactic there by Boudadi. Didn't turn out in his favor.
Eunice spent time in Reno, Hartford, Indy, Las Vegas. Rendon could not get there. And Neidlinger called for the foul.
He got a piece of his leg there. Good call.
Our fourth official. Shows 7 minutes of additional time.
Fans, the fourth official has indicated that there will be a minimum of 7 minutes.
A lot can happen.
Plenty can happen.
In 7 minutes.
Absolutely. And the way Indy 11 has picked it up a notch and the way they're moving the ball, they're trying to create. Omaha has been on the heels a little bit, which has been unlike the rest of the game. But right now, Indy 11 has got the momentum.
Singh called for the foul.
Holding his back. Went down pretty hard.
18 fouls against the Indy 11. 10 against Union Omaha. Indy 12 shots, Union Omaha 8. 6 on target for the Indy 11, 4 for Union Omaha.
Boudadi's certainly taken several hits tonight.
Throw coming for the visitors.
Again, they're in no hurry. Milk the clock a little.
Blake tracking back to reclaim possession, but his distribution didn't find its exact target. Shiza just couldn't get there. Well done by Neidlinger.
Neidlinger's had a really nice game tonight. He's defensively been solid. He gets involved in the attack. He's anticipating plays. He's done a nice job tonight.
Rendon. Neidlinger digging in, trying to reclaim possession. Will be a throw coming for Union Omaha. Can Indy find a bit of cup magic? Those 2 games that went to penalties last year in the cup for Indy were both because they allowed late goals. This time they're trying to find one.
Got to get possession. Boudadi's had a nice game tonight too for Omaha.
He's a quality player.
Yeah, he's done a nice job. He's in the midfield, he's defending, he's up top, he's creating. He's done a little bit of everything tonight. Really nice game.
Charles Cook's ball left a little something to be desired. Union Omaha at their prerogative, which they have the luxury of doing with a 2-1 lead, will take their dear old sweet time on a restart.
And that's all going to be changing July 1, Greg, with the new FIFA rules, and they're going to be putting a shot time clock on goal kicks, throw-ins, substitutions. That's all coming July 1. New stuff.
Dylan Singh, the target. Foul called against Singh.
Wow. I like Singh's effort. I like his work ethic. He's come in this game with a strong work ethic. He's come in this game with a lot of effort. He does grab him there, and I think Omaha player there goes down a little quick.
That was a Owusu.
There was a bit of an arm hook there.
These things saying, hey, that's on me.
Yep.
Dylan, he and Charlie Sharp, teammates together at Western Michigan.
But I like Singh's effort so far. His work ethic and work rate and the time he's been in has been very strong.
Well, he's frankly trying to earn back some more minutes because his number's not been called as much lately.
That's what happens. You sit on the bench, you get to light that fire a little bit. You get the opportunity, you want to go burn.
Had 8 goals each of the last 2 seasons in MLS Next Pro. Playing for Charlotte's Next Pro squad. Ball headed down. Quinn. Singh. O'Brien. Rendon's ball wasn't the best, but it does lead to a corner. And everybody not named Reese Charles Cook for the Indy is about to come forward. A corner brought to us by IBEW 481.
Rendon just didn't get a clean hit on that. O'Brien couldn't do anything with it. But a great opportunity here late in the game for Indy.
Ball headed in. Quickly steered right back out. On the redirect, Nuhu the punch.
Wow, what a great play by Nuhu. Talk about reading a play and making a decision and executing it perfectly. That was a fantastic play by Nuhu, who looks now like he might have gotten hurt on the play.
Yeah, both Nuhu and a fellow teammate are down.
I mean, he came out hard, and that's what a goalkeeper has to do. You've got to put yourself in a situation that you're going to stick your neck or your foot and your hands in places that most guys don't. Makes a great play here. And he goes down hard, lands on his back. You know, he's up in the air. Gets a little bit undercut here, just a little bit.
That's all friendly fire. That's his own teammate.
It's all friendly fire, and they kind of collided together. Gutsy play by Nuhu, and he executed it perfectly.
Well, there will be additional time. Probably maybe an extra minute, you would think, on the back end of this.
Yeah.
You've got one more push forward if you're the Indy 11. Ball takes a deflection. Favorable for the Indy 11. Steered back in. Quinn couldn't get there in time.
Omaha defense is holding on.
Ricocheted back into the crowd.
This becomes 50-50 ball time right now, and Omaha is doing a good job of finding the way to win those 50-50s, because everything is a fight right now. You're battling for that ball, battling for a touch.
Headed by Rashid, knocked down. Quinn let it roll through, and then taken away, and that will likely be that. Tequila races away. And that's the final whistle. Indy gave the effort late, but just couldn't overcome. Trailing this game by 2 goals in the second half. For a second time this season, Union Omaha comes to Indianapolis. Spoils a cup match for the Indy 11. Both final scores by a margin of 2-1. And Quinn just, again,
I thought Quinn had it there.
Not sure if he saw Thomas and kind of hesitated there for a moment, but just didn't work out for the Indy 11.
Well, they made it exciting at the end there, Greg. They did.
So Indy 11 knows they'll have to win their last 3 matches and get some help if they can return at least to the Prinx Tires USL Cup quarterfinals, as they did a season ago. Post-match coverage comes your way next on Wish TV and ESPN+.
Odds are, you know the way to a person's heart is through their stomach, but maybe don't know much about complex blood and bone cancers. Or you know all the ins and outs of a chassis, not necessarily all about robotic heart valve surgery. And while he's thinking about bulldozers, you're not thinking about him ever needing a stem cell transplant. But if you do need care, trust the expert healthcare system 9 out of 10 Indiana doctors have chosen for their patients' care. Indiana University Health, no matter the odds.
Bring color to life with the very best paint, only at your Sherwin-Williams store.
Deep inside you, there's a spark waiting to be ignited, a yearning for a real connection, something that truly moves you. Find experiences that stir your soul in our new Kentucky home, where amazing nature and authentic bluegrass inspire you, where world-renowned bourbon and horses wow you. Kentucky, find what moves you.
Ford Dealers, a proud sponsor of Indy 11 Soccer. Visit your local Central Indiana Ford dealer today. And by IU Health. Indiana University Health is proud to be the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of Indy 11, supporting athletes in our community with expert orthopedic and sports injury care close to home. Tonight's game is in the past tense, and we're about to be into the post-game show. 2-1, Union Omaha beats Indy 11 for a second time in the last month in this building in two different cup competitions. Our Desnuda Tequila shot of the game, the back heel by Bruno Rendon, his fourth goal for the Indy 11 this season in all competitions. Desnuda, 100% organic tequila, how real tequila tastes. Sean McCauley quickly making his way to our broadcast location for his post-game comments. Players will start to round the field to thank the supporters for being here tonight. We'll take this quick timeout. Sean McCauley joins us next as you're watching Indy 11 Soccer on Wish TV and ESPN+.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.
Indiana is built on community, pride, and coming together. And on match day, that spirit lives at the heart of Indy 11.
Cuts it back, headed home. It is time to cue the smoke in Indianapolis for the first time this year.
Families, friends, lifelong fans, and first-time supporters alike. It's more than a match. It's a place where Indiana gathers to cheer, celebrate, and belong. Experience the energy at the mic. Get your tickets today at Indy11.com.
Owning a home can be complicated.
Why? Oops. How am I going to explain this to your mother? She hasn't even been gone 2 hours.
You know what? I'm just going to call them.
Pros for over 80 years.
AES Indiana is dedicated to providing you with smart energy solutions that power our lives. Our energy efficiency programs help you save energy and money. From rebates on lighting and smart thermostats to appliance pickup and recycling, you can take advantage of cleaner, more cost-effective energy solutions right here, right now. IPL is now AES Indiana. We are accelerating the future of energy together.
Time now for the Desnuda Tequila postgame show. Desnuda, 100% organic tequila, how real tequila tastes. In Prinx Tires, USL Cup action, it's Union Omaha 2 and Indy 11-1. And already pitch side with us, the head coach of the Indy 11 and Sean McCauley. Sean, I know you weren't happy after the first 45 minutes. I know you weren't happy after the first 20 minutes of the second half when you make 4 substitutions at one time. Saw more of what you liked late. Just overall thoughts as to how this one played out tonight.
Yeah, we were really, really poor in the first half. Yeah, that's as bad as we've been. We sort of sparked a little bit in the second half, but not enough in my mind to win a game. Then we made the changes after, obviously, you know, they get another goal as well, and we've made changes and try and get something back out of the game. And I think, you know, we've had a couple of chances which, you know, could even it up. I was disappointed, you know, in some of the calls that we didn't get. The officiating, I'll have to have a look at it again, see whether it was a corner or not for their second goal. I'm not sure, but in this game you make your own luck and you get them calls if you've done the work prior, and we just were a little bit too passive in that first half, and it's unacceptable.
And I would say this, it was really against kind of the run of form of how you've been playing. I know you weren't happy with the first half in Birmingham last Sunday, but you get 2 goals in half number 2. This strikes me as one that you did not see coming in terms of what you saw from your team tonight.
Yeah, didn't see it coming because of how well we've played in the league games. We were on a run there of, we still are in the league, I suppose, of 5 matches, where we're unbeaten, and we've points per game, we're pretty good, in good shape, and it just shows you how far the lads have had to compete and play, because we are and that tonight for us was, I put the challenge down to them to win a trophy, and I don't think we had the mentality. I think we got a little bit scared of being successful, and we can't have that.
Yeah, Coach, you mentioned at halftime, the mentality that you're looking for. And obviously, it's there. These guys can do it. You've seen plays in the last 15 minutes of the second half. They were executing. You